Holler is intended for mature audiences only, so your mom is definitely invited. Sometimes controversial, always engaging. It's the podcast that lets your voice be heard. It's the podcast that shouts you out. It's time to holler. Can you dig it?
If I could eat a unicorn one day through a Pop-Tart.
I like
Toaster strudel.
You like the jizzy part?
I like the way it explodes.
You like it?
And to swallow it down. Oh my god.
Your tweets, snaps, Facebook comments, and even phone calls. Holler any way you want.
They used to give kids opiates to keep them quiet.
This is much less offensive than that.
JD, Brian, and Gracie. Holler at your boys and the girls.
So I posit that the peak of the Industrial Revolution was Easy Lube.
Easy Lube?
Yeah, you know, that really cheap kind.
Can you expound on that? Like
Water-based.
Water-based. Pull up your own personal bottle.
Well, there's so many lube. There's only so many lubes, right? And there are some new lubes, but there are so many lubes.
Some things are social.
We're talking to a gay man. There are so many lubes.
So I need to ask you about the lube situation because so there's water-based and there's oil-based and there's like like what's the other kind? There's a third kind?
For nuclear, I don't know.
Sounds like you're describing paint. Are we painting a canvas?
Nuclear.
Anyway,
I enjoy the watercolor base.
There's this one kind. It's called Easy Lube. It's just water-based lube. That's it. See, Buffy's already coming right in here talking.
But see, the water base can get like sticky after a minute, so you have to spit on it to reactivate.
Yeah. Right.
Reactivate. I'm so glad I wasn't drinking right there.
Does it get sticky because it's like the water evaporates over time?
Yeah, if you use the oil base, like you have to take 3 showers and burn your sheets after that stuff.
So I think apparently like they've got this like hybrid version that's kind of based on coconut oil and water infusion or something. And
I prefer to use bacon grease, honestly.
Okay, bacon grease.
Let's bring Bill Nye into this.
A definite Huntington, West Virginia Pride member in the house, Justin Murdock. What's up? What's happening? No. Welcome to Holler, everybody. This is how we start shows now.
Strong
Absolutely.
Start.
That's how we start shows, talking like this. What up? I'm JD. That's Brian. Gracie will be here soon. We have so much stuff to talk about, Justin. You've got some really cool news that you literally, speaking of Huntington Pride, represent in the house. Open to all, fucking awesome. Big friends of the pod. So many members of the group have been on the show before. But you are here to give us some cool news updates about what they're doing. You're going to give us some updates about what Huntington Comedy's doing. Yeah. We're just going to have some fun on the internet. I'm drinking a Natty Light. It's almost March Madness.
Nice. Natty Latte. Love it.
And by the way, this is a great time to talk about CamoEnergyShots.com. We freaking love this brand. This is a Huntington, West Virginia product. Their home office is in Pittsburgh. We learned that last show that we had the CEO on there. But we love this product. There are no carbs. There's no sugar in these. There's 250 milligrams of caffeine. And now they've got these cool neon tops. You guys see that? It's chartreuse is the official name of the color right there.
Chartreuse.
And yeah, JD's got the old bottle. This is the new bottle right here. So this is the updated bottle in my hand with the chartreuse. And you guys will see that at speedways and things like that. Definitely pick up some Camo Energy.
And the website on the bottom actually needs to be updated to the brand new one. Speaking of updating looks, used to be CamoEnergyShots.com. I think it still is going.
It'll still take you there.
It'll still redirect, but the new one is it's even easier. It's camo.energy because in the future they've got a lot of more stuff going on about energy and nootropics and all the good nootropics and all the good stuff.
How do they get that? How do they get the
energy? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, there is not too like a few years ago the domain name services on the internet, they decided like the entire deal was we wanted to create new top level domains. The top level domain is .com, .net, .org. And they were like, we want to do more. We want to be able to have businesses be able to do shit like .energy, .ride, like Uber could be something like, that kind of stuff. And just they wanted to expand it for that stuff. It's a good idea. I think there's a .gay. There could be a .gay.
Well, I already own that funnygay.com.
Yeah. So you could, I mean, you might be able to find like thatfunny.gay, but I'm not sure
Right.
if it's there. I know right now that we can follow you though on Instagram at that.funny.gay, right? All
That's
one
right.
with
Yes.
dots in between those.
Gotta put the
You know,
dots in.
maybe soon that could be your website too. You just type in that.funny.gay.
The internet, it's always upgrading itself. By the way, Gracie has put in her appears to be, you would think it would be her 2 weeks, but I guess it's a no notice.
I think it's a no call, no show.
She quits today.
Just a 2-minute notice. Yeah.
We've got Andrew Lockhart in the house. He says the Do Bros are in the house. What's up, buddy? Andrew, dude, I failed you so badly. I want to publicly apologize right here on the show. I meant to message you with my promo code for the Camo Energy. No joke. Everything was buy one, get one free. And I went to message you and my promo code had died and I could no longer message it to you.
Oh, well. We still got one right now. If you're listening to this month of February, you can use the code HEART20, HEART20, and it'll get you 20% off your entire order plus shipping, which is freaking great. Happy late Valentine's Day.
But Andrew loves Camo Energy. Check out
Speaking
the
of
new
shots.
bottles, dude.
Yeah.
Check out
Speaking
the
of
new
shots,
Nice.
Brian, let's do a quick toast and get into some news from Justin here.
Let's
do
hope
it.
it is.
Let's do a quick toast. All right, guys, if you're hollering with us out there, hold your glass. We're off for the official holler toast. Okay, here we go. Let me get my water ready. I drank too much last night. I'm going to pound this 2-foot bottle of water on the show.
Me too. Oh, wait. That's a different show.
Different show.
Okay, guys. If they shenan once, they will shenan again.
Absolutely.
Link up at officialholler.com.
Officialholler.com is where you can get all the holler news, blah, 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 blah. Justin, welcome back to the show. It's always a blast to have you here.
It's been a minute. Thanks for having me back.
Corey has bucked in. Promo code is Trunk Slammers for life. Save 100%. Yeah. Save 100%.
Holler Nation is clearly making their own promo codes. Buffy comes in with water-based lube 69. Let's try that code, see what it gets you. The Camo Energy, it will slide its way to your home shortly.
Nice. So to talk about like what has happened today, I saw some movement on the Huntington Pride front. You guys have set a date. Tell us more about it.
We have our pride stuff is so dependent on other things happening in the community. And the one June in the park depends on our partners at Heart, which is our outdoor theater group here in Huntington. So we have to work around their dates in there. But they gave us the date of June 15th. So that's when we're having our big Pride in the Park there at the Ritter Amphitheater this year. So, yeah, gates will open 11. Show starts at noon. We have a ton of local performers out there. That is BYO everything.
Yeah.
Bring your own seats, bring your own food, bring your own beverages of choice. So, yeah, it's a great time.
It's like a picnic. It's open to all. What's the age situation? 18 and up?
For that one, we leave it up to the parents. We feel like, unlike our legislature, we feel like parents know best for their kids. So if you want to bring your kids to that is up to you. We say it's PG-13. So, you know, as a drag queen, you may hear some things, but we try to keep it PG-13 at that show. So
You're beautiful.
Love it. That's fantastic. Pride in the Park, June 15th. At Huntington, it's the Ritter Park Amphitheater up on the hill.
It is.
We, by the way, Holler is brought to you live from the wild and wonderful Huntington, West Virginia. It's the Birthplace Podcast. It's America's best community. We shout you out. We love to party. Open to all Huntington Pride rules. Facebook.com/Huntington WV Pride, by the way, I think goes straight
Correct.
to the
Yep.
page.
There's some other Huntingtons in this world, evidently.
Yeah, exactly. But there's only one Huntington, West Virginia. It is a jewel.
That's
amongst.
Yeah, we debuted our new Huntington Pride logo today, and part of that is a little jewel symbol in that logo. So we're embracing Jewel City in that.
That's really awesome. It's got a great design. Who designed that new logo, by the way?
Sassa Wilkes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, anybody in Huntington knows Sassa. Sassa is an openly trans individual living here in Huntington that is a fantastic artist, does artist workshops, just public art, awesome person. So
it's beautiful. Huntington is so man, I'm loving the way that they're accepting all this great fucking art into the city and everything. A Fran has checked in, just saying, "No, Gracie, this is a farce."
Fran, Gracie quit. If you missed that earlier in the comments, and now she just lives in the comment section down there.
Yeah,
I think it's because we started off talking about Lube. Gracie's like,
she tapped out before the show even got going.
That's too bad. That's way too bad.
By the way, Buffy out here has something. She has a good point to make about Family Feud, which is coming up shortly. So all of you that are out there watching right now, we will get to Family Feud like ASAP. We'll definitely play around. But Buffy says, I played in person Family Feud today. I did not do so great. I'm looking forward to redeeming myself with y'all. And cool. Buffy was a big winner on the Camo show, and she won like a 24-pack of Camo Energy. So Andrew, you bros, you missed out on winning like a 24-pack of Camo.
And so you guys stick around. Just a few minutes, we're going to play that game for sure.
So Buffy's like super amped up right now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So speaking of, we were talking about art. We're talking about how the Huntington community, Huntington, West Virginia community, has such a great affinity for art. And speaking of that, there's going to be a brand new art piece in the middle of downtown somewhere, correct?
There is, and we need to update the community on that. We're trying to figure it out ourselves. So here's where we're at on that. Yeah, we had to go to the city. They said, yes, you can do I say rainbow crosswalk, that's what we're going to call it. But we don't know the official design. But it's going to be a crosswalk that represents the LGBTQ community here in Huntington. SAS is also going to do the final design for that for us. Awesome. So they said, sure. Then they told us how much money we had to raise. We've raised that much money. And now it's how do you coordinate between a nonprofit and like all these different government agencies? And now we're waiting on the DOT because they got to tell us when they're going to pave that.
Yeah, because you don't want to
we don't want to put this beautiful rainbow crosswalk down and then the next week the DOT just
Exactly. Yeah, we got to dig it up, man. Something happens. There was a manhole cover we found, and we got to put
we're going to put an update up for the community because they were so awesome. Got us $8,000, and that's not just for the preliminary putting it down. That's for future maintenance too, which is amazing. But yeah, we just need to update them on why that hasn't yet happened. Public Works has to actually install it, and that can't happen until we know that they're not just going to pave over this. So that crosswalk is coming. It is approved, and we have the money for it. It's just those little stupid details that get in the way of everything fun.
Red tape, right? It's red tape. That's how it goes. Well, that's wonderful. So those are really awesome updates from Huntington Pride. Thank you very much, Justin, for that. Brian, do you think we've got some people out there chilling? Do we want to play a little game and then we'll move on to talking about some Huntington comedy?
Absolutely, because we can talk Huntington all day long. We've got the right guy here to talk about it. But first, let's win some camo. Shalln't we play some games? If you're watching, stick around. Here we go.
Challenge.
It's Family Feud time. Let's go.
Challenge.
Oh, hey, this is an important incoming message. Adam Hall, read that one, JD. There you go.
Oh, Adam Hall, another big friend of the pod, another lost year, a wonderful gentleman. I just had a little baby boy the other day.
Shout out to Evan.
So little Evan, he says, my son Evan is listening to his first episode of Holler right now. He's already a big fan.
Evan is officially, I believe he's 72 hours old. He's the youngest Holler listener of all time. So, Justin earlier was talking about the shows being PG-13. How about 72 hours old? Yeah. How's that for this show?
That's perfect for our show. That's the right brain wave.
The way that this works.
Not fully formed. That's perfect.
Yeah, right. It's a good place to start. All right, guys, Family Feud time. So listen, I'm going to change this up. So Gracie, I know you're out there, you're listening. Here's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. She has to one up Adam. Gracie says, classic Gracie. She says, Little John Bryan listened to us in the womb. This is true. I guess they're okay.
You could say this, Gracie, if you just popped onto the screen, please. That's all you got to do.
Gracie, I'm going to throw you a curveball. I challenge you to play Family Feud. I challenge you to try to win tonight. I will be the judge as the answers roll in, since normally you do on your end. I will be the judge. I want you to play tonight and try to win this thing. Gracie doesn't know what the questions are, so here we go. All right, first question. We're looking for the number one answer. You guys can guess as many times as you want. First number one answer is going to get it. Family Feud. Here we go. Name an ordinary action someone does that their partner might find enticing. So let me say this again. Name an ordinary action that someone does that their partner might find enticing.
Pissing. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I hope that's definitely not the number one answer.
We can hope.
So this lube that I'm talking about, it's like a coconut oil and water. It's like they created a sort of mix of them both. It's
Okay.
Come on, chill it out. Outside taste freeze.
you know, I don't know, and it, you know, seems to work pretty well.
I'm into it.
Anyway, so seriously, it's really cool, like to see that Huntington Pride's doing some really fun stuff, and that they got together with HART and worked out a really good date. That's a great date, right in the middle of the month.
Right,
Plenty-
smack dab in the middle. Yeah, we love
Number
it.
one answers in the chat, by the way.
Oh,
We got lots of good ones, and that was a tough first question, by the way, because there wasn't a huge. The number one answer had 11 votes altogether, like on my card here, which is like
Oof.
really low number.
that's not a lot, yeah.
The number one answer is bites lip or licks lip, and that's going to go to
Oh.
baby Evan, the 72-year-old
Hey,
infant on the board.
the 72-hour-old infant.
On the board.
Baby Evan.
He don't even got teeth to bite the lip yet.
Yeah, what do you know about lips, Evan? Come on.
What do you know about lips, dude? How you know that?
I was gonna say take out the trash. Like that's all I want in a partner.
Well,
really.
see, you and Buffy are on the same page. Buffy says do chores. Buffy gets real turned on when you do those chores.
What is, Buffy, I'm with you. Acts of service. That is what
Yeah.
I love. Which
Yeah.
Specifically, service taking out the stuff that I don't want to touch. Yes.
Buffy would like to correct
Right.
Evan's answer to gumming lips.
Gumming
It's
gumming. There you go.
just like Grandma used to do.
I'd always heard the whole like rolling up your sleeves thing was like always a thing. So you get to see them arms. Anyway,
Okay.
fine, do it.
Here we go. Here we go. Next question. Name something men do that makes you think they are self-centered. Name something men do that makes you think they are self-centered.
Be named JD.
Hey. I was gonna say be born a Leo. Like that's all it took for me.
Oh, hey. Damn. Bringing in the astrology of it. That's great. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying about Huntington Pride, you guys, what you did, you announced this this new event, Pride in the Park, on June 15th this year, but you call it Pride Part 1 because...
We do. Yeah, and let me tell you about that. So
Yeah.
we're also going to have a Pride Part 2, and that's going to be our big festival downtown that's going to happen in October.
Yes.
We wish we could announce the date for that, but we are beholden, like
Yes.
many things in this town, to Marshall University's schedule.
Yes.
So we're waiting for that football schedule to come out. As soon as we know a
That's
good
smart.
away
Very
game in October, we'll have that date out for you. For
That's spoken like a
That's
Huntington
perfect.
resident right there,
That's
because
perfect.
I can't tell you how many events get fucked up because of
No.
that, dude.
You plan nothing on a Marshall home game
Smart.
Saturday.
Smart. We've got the number one answer in the chat, by the way. I was looking for my. I thought I had that. I thought I had our Marshall button. Here we go. Yes. You don't plan events during this. You don't plan them.
We'll go for a little bit.
All right. We've got some.
Oh,
we've
damn
got-
it. You gotta
Sorry,
let it
dude.
go for a little bit.
I'll get it back.
We'll get it
We've
back.
got some great answers. The number one answer, though, is brag, and that was Buffy on the board. So let me get Buffy on the board here with brag. We had some good answers, though, like exist, or how about this? Hold their balls.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta-
dude.
It's kind of true, though. I get it.
Yeah, manliness.
Oh, we lost Justin. He'll be back. We'll get him
Justin
back.
will be back. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Gracie, please text Justin. Just say log back in. I think he knows this by now. He's coming
I'm
back.
sure he does. I do want to just say, yeah, go. You want to go ahead and get on number 3 here? How many do we need? We need 2 right answers?
Yeah, we're just looking for 2 right answers. So we got 2 people on the board so far here.
Who's on the board right now, dude?
We've got Adam/Baby Evan with 1 point. We've got Buffy with 1 point. We got Justin coming back in 3, 2, 1. You'll see him pop up here. Let me get Maggie's comment of hold balls off the screen here.
Holds their ball.
Right. Yeah, you're just in time, Justin. Okay, here we go.
Sorry, South Side Internet. That's
No, you're fine. You're fine. I would like to talk about the internet situation in Huntington, by the way, after this, maybe an in-between question.
We shall.
Okay, here we go. Name something people find hard to resist. Let your minds go crazy here, folks. Name something people find hard to resist. Good luck on that one.
See, these are all kind of like interestingly.
They're vague.
I mean,
That's a vague.
they're very vague. They're very vague here. I did just want to add one caveat to all that, Justin. That it's really cool though that you guys are doing something like Pride Part 1, Part 2, because these events are becoming so huge, and such a big part of the city and the lore and the you know the culture of our city, that having them split like that is probably going to be great. Like it's literally going to be like you're going to have twice. It's double your pleasure, double your fun. You know.
Well, plus we're a college town. June's Pride Month. We want to have something, but the students aren't here, so we want to have something when the students are here too. So that's October.
I love it. I love it.
Holler Nation out there, I will let you guys know you're close with your answers, but you need to be more specific. Zero in a little bit, and you're going to get it. You guys are darting all around it.
What was the prompt again? What was the question again?
The question is officially: name something people find hard to resist.
You know, just a little bit of pudding after Christmas dinner. You know. Let it roll, baby.
Number one answers in the chat.
It's like he's singing like Simlish. That's every measure cut in half all the way through.
Number one answer is specifically chocolate, by the way. So we weren't going to accept sweets or food or desserts because we needed to be more specific. Chocolate was it, not to be confused with abs,
right?
Or even go down a little bit further, dick.
Oh,
simply irresistible.
Like, why not both? Is what I always say.
¿Por qué no los dos?
All right, next question. Here we go. Let's just go totally off subject here of where we've been. How about this? Name a former first lady. That's the question. Name a former first lady.
That's the one. It's the one. That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
We'll see what the most popular answer is.
Figure out which one's the most popular. Wow, this is funny. Now we're
talking about like the first lady of the United States, right?
Yeah. It's not
like the first lady like in your little black book or in your.
Right. It's a great time to shout out Bush right here, Barbara Bush. That is.
Oh yeah.
Barbara.
Who could forget?
Don't give away the answer.
Who could forget?
I didn't know Holler was going to get political this.
My God, come on.
Week. Damn.
Number one answers in the chat, by the way. Number one answer is Michelle Obama, and that right there is Buffy, and that is your winner. Buffy takes it. Buffy, congratulations! You'll now be up to 30 camo energies by the time it's all said and done.
My God!
You'll never sleep again.
An embarrassment of riches.
She did say she was going to redeem herself from her Family Feud earlier, and she did just that. Buffy, well done.
She did it very well. That was wonderful, y'all. We'll you know, who knows? We'll see how everything's going. We might play another one later or something. I don't know. Stick around. You'll find out, won't you?
Well, have you guys ever been to the National Portrait Gallery?
I don't think so. No. Where is that? Where is it?
It's in D.C. and it has all the presidential portraits. Yeah, no,
like,
Michelle's portrait is just like by far the most gorgeous thing in there. So
nice.
Oh yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's dope. Is that a Smithsonian situation or is that like a?
It is a branch of Smithsonian. Yep.
Okay. Word. We found out we were doing the show like months ago, and we found out that there's an official Smithsonian institution place here in West Virginia. It's the I got to remember what it's called. Heritage Farm.
Oh, is that a Smithsonian? Like, what? Is it just a historical?
It's technically a part of like Smithsonian institutions, like historical registry and et cetera.
Well,
that's
really
cool.
Then.
Hey, West Virginia, what's up?
I
The
went to
only
that.
historical site you have to drive through Harveytown to get to.
Yeah, shout out the Stend. Shout out
Stend.
Stenders.
Harveytown. You
Give us
gotta
a drop on that one. You can't say the stand without giving us some sort of drop, Brian.
yeah,
Drop
I don't
set.
know.
What's
Yeah,
a good
what-
job for the Stenders?
What's the stand?
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Go with
That's good. That's good. That's probably the best one. Wonderful.
I'll go with that.
Justin, can we talk about the cellar door and the comedy shows there? Maybe, and by the way, speak to us like these people have never been to the cellar door. They don't even know where it is or how to access it, by the way, because you kind of have to go down to get there. So what's up?
Well, yeah, as the name implies, it is underground.
Cool.
So yeah, I actually, right before I got on with you guys, came from a show at the Cellar tonight. That's not a normal night we have shows, but we had a special show tonight.
Cool.
With some out-of-town guys from DC, and they were great. But yeah, we do comedy shows. We have 2 monthly shows that always happen. One of them is at Black Sheep over at Pullman. The other is at the Cellar Door, which is 3rd Avenue. If you're driving down 3rd, right across from Starbucks, pretty much across from Pullman Square, you'll see a place called La Bistro. Right next to that, you could go under La Bistro to a place called the Cellar Door, and it's funky and cool down there. And we have comedy shows there once a month too. So yeah, our next comedy show at the Cellar is happening this coming Wednesday, whatever that date is. Let's see, is that the 28th?
So yeah,
No, right.
yes it is, I believe.
And then our next one at Black Sheep, those always happen on a Thursday. I think that one's March 7th.
I'm glad that you pointed out, by the way, this is beside La Bistro, because, like, seriously, if you're not from the area and you really want to go to this, you're going to, like, pull up and be like, where the fuck am I going? You're going to get scared, and then you're going to go home, and you're never going to make it there. So go beside La Bistro, go down, find it.
Yeah, don't be scared. Once you go down the steps, it's a really gorgeous
Right.
space down there.
It's
Like,
It's
it's a
the
little
vibe there is so great.
kind of underground place. So yeah.
Awesome cocktails, really cool accoutrement everywhere.
We're
Yeah.
getting lots of Stend shout outs. I'm loving it because guess what? I'm from the Stend myself. So Rissy says Stender here, and Jonathan says Stend. Huntington
So we got
Comedy.
Rissy and Jonathan here. Hi guys.
Oh yeah,
From West End, baby. Woo!
Stend in the house.
Can't wait till the paddock reopens.
Listen, we had some
Yeah.
holler polls. Let's talk about our holler polls this evening. JD, you had one. I had one. You want to go first? What do you want to do?
Well, you did the toast. You go first, bud.
Okay, gotcha. So my holler poll was, you've got 2 choices here, okay? Pretend there's a button to press in front of you. The first choice, you instantly get $1 million. That's it. That's the button.
That's the
Free
button.
$1 million. The second button is worth $50 million, but there's only a 50% chance. By the way, that's a good chance. So I want to say only.
Yeah.
There's a 50% chance you're going to get $50 million if you hit the second button. You can only press one once. Which button are you choosing and why?
Yo, okay. So you want us to go first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go around the table.
All right. Shit. Well, Justin, what do you think, man? You got those 2 decisions. Which one do you go with?
Cam, what's up?
100% gonna take the gamble. I suffer from gay overconfidence. Like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Ask any gay, like we think we can do anything. I was once at Hank's and Ashton like seriously injured herself. I'm like, don't worry about it, I can fix you. Like we just think we can do everything. So I feel like, okay, you say 50-50, but you're straight. I feel like I have more like a 75. I'm going for that. I'm gonna try for that 50 million.
Nothing
How
like
the odds
gay math.
change just because of your
It's gay
sexual
math.
orientation?
Hashtag gay math.
100%.
But well, hey, it's gay math. There you go. That's how it is. I've got to do the sure thing. I got to go with the 1 million because knowing my luck, which is not very good, that I would literally hit that button and would just be like, "You're one of the half of people that suck."
Get back to work, asshole.
Yeah, nice work, asshole. And then everybody else beats me up and leaves me to die in an alleyway.
Mm.
Boy, that
Yeah,
really
I got to
is.
go with the 1 million because at least I know I can do something with that. It's tangible.
I think I believe it's going to be an unpopular answer, but I'm with Justin on this one. I'm going with the 50-50 shot because it's such a great shot. Here's a weird way to look at this too, by the way. I don't want to like shy away from $1 million. A small loan of $1 million. I don't want to shy
what we
away from
need.
that number.
It's a small loan. It's not that big. My dad didn't even love me, so it doesn't matter.
$1 million, it just isn't what it used to be. By the time the government reaches in and taxes it, I'm basically just going to pay off house student loans, car, and then I'm going back to work, And so if I hit the other button, I've got a 50% chance to just never the fuck to have to work again. I'm going to take that chance because 50% is good odds. That's where I'm going with it.
You also got to think about like the position you're in when it happens. If somebody just came up to you and had the two buttons and was just like, "Here you go, pick one of them," that's boom, just go right now, and then. I would be more likely I'd be walking down the street. It's like on my way to work or something. I'd be like, fuck it. I'll do the 50% chance. Like,
right.
Oh, well, I'm still on my way to work.
Oh, well.
Either way, you're back in the same position you were 2 minutes ago, regardless.
That's exactly it. Yeah. But you have a 50% chance to like never have to you could turn around. You don't even have to go to work if you just hit the button. Right. So right here in the live chat, we've got a few answers. Jonathan says instant 1 million.
Boom.
Buffy says instant 1 million, less taxes. It's guaranteed. Rissy says
Gracie's keeping a log of this.
Instant 1 million.
Word up. See, I'm gonna win.
Okay, I'm gonna read through some Facebook comments now. Miranda says instant 1 million, please. Lee Pennington, shout out Lee. She says instant 1 million, please. Adam Hall says, I'd like to gamble, but I'm going to wimp out and just take the instant 1 million. Sophie says instant 1 million. LaCanda says instant 1 million, but the government would tax the hell out of it.
Right.
Fran
is going to do that anyway, man.
Yeah. Fran's giving us a little bit of an answer here. She says, I love my job. I don't care to work. I'll take the instant 1 milli, but I want a milli after taxes. So that's what I'm saying it is. And I'm going to build a house on some land. I'm going to get some toys like a boat and a four-wheeler, a razor. I'm going to pay off my student loans. I'm done. Where's the pen? I'm signing right now. Finally.
I like that a lot, Franny. I like the whole caveat of I want the 1 milli after taxes. So,
so that's what it is.
Jackpot is. We're gonna
pump those numbers up.
Pump those numbers up.
Finally, we found someone, Justin. Kendra is with us. Kendra says second option, go big or go home. I said, let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Fine. There's only three of us are letting it ride. Everyone else instant 1 million.
See, that just shows me that you guys are just, Gracie, she pops in.
Instant 1 million. I like my job and I'm going to Disney for a whole ass month. Then your $1 million is gone.
Your $1 million will be gone way before that. Actually, if you're going to Disney
even make it a month.
for a whole ass month, you just spent that $1 million in the first week and a half. I bet. Yeah. Fuck that.
Way to blow the 1 million, Gracie. Good job.
That's just how it is. You guys. That's just.
You've got mail.
That's wonderful. So my poll question was really quick, and we'll do the same situation with ours, or with mine as we just did with Brian's. Basically, the question was, what is something that you own now that your 13-year-old self would be thrilled about?
I like this question.
So something you own right now that if you took it all you could do is just create a window, and then boom, you're right in front of your 13-year-old self, and you're like, hey, guess what? I'm you, but later. Look what I can do. Right to yourself. Boom. What would you? What would that be? What was that something that you own now? Justin, you got anything? Is there something you own now that you would be? Your 13-year-old self would just be going crazy.
Oh, shit. My own bottle of lube.
Lube. See, I'm telling you, they change lives.
I needed that at 13. Didn't even know it.
That's a lot to unpack, I think, possibly from that.
Right.
That whole situation there, but hey, all right, there you go. Look, Adam chimes in right now. A baby. Something I have now.
Adam/Evan, by the way.
So Adam and little baby Evan. Adam's wanted a baby since he was 13. That's, I don't know, but all right.
Strange, yeah.
Also his rack of guitars. That's what he says. Yeah, okay. Respectable, Adam. Gracie Graves. # Justin's Lube.
Yeah, the rest of the show is just all lubricate, all lubrication.
All lubrication all the time. Brian, you got one? What's something that you own now that your 13-year-old self would be crazy about?
Yeah, I wanted to make a good point here, JD, because I think that a lot of people will answer this with I don't know, these big shiny objects, but here's the truth. And I thought you painted the picture pretty well. If you go back to being 13 years old, you would be pretty much pumped about a lot of things. For for example, dude, this laptop computer that I'm even chatting on right now, that would have blown my mind at 13. I would have been like, holy fuck. Because when I was 13, if someone had a laptop, and my God, they were just rich. Like, how do you even have a laptop?
Yeah. And it was like, this fucking big. It was like, it looked like a suitcase. It had a phone handset on the side of it that had to come out with a cable on it. Hello.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Also, then I've got one better answer. This was my purchase last summer. I have a pool now. A pool would blow my mind at age 13. For sure.
Are you fucking kidding? Damn. Yeah. So, like, and I want to expound on that, Brian. That's great because, like, my choice was, it made me think because I had a different number, actually. It wasn't the 13-year-old self that I had at first in mind. Buffy, by the way, pops up. She said, my 13-year-old self would never have guessed I run a business based off of Braxy with titties and Mothman with ass.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, hey, Buffy, you do.
And by the way, Buffy never aged a day past 13. She's still literally 13 years old. It's awesome. It's
Pretty
really
much,
cool because she can drink alcohol, but also is still 13. It's cool.
Right. Love that.
So, like, I almost would have changed the entire game, right? If I'd have said, what's something that you own now that your 16-year-old self would be thrilled by? So I wanted to go a little underneath the radar there because I remember when I was 13, it was before I was just getting into music. So I had no way, I didn't know how to play guitar. I didn't know how to really perform or write music. So all I was really interested in was like video games, geeky, cartoony, geek shit. Sometimes I liked sports and wrestling especially when I was hanging with my friends. So I'd be able to do that. But if I was alone, it was geeky, video gamey bullshit. So now, what my thing is, I would say it's something that I own right now that would be like insane to show my 13-year-old self is, so I've got every video game console that I've ever loved when I was a kid, all in one little box, and I can play any game I want ever, anytime. And sort of in the same deal would be like, a media streaming box. I can now like over Wi-Fi watch anything I want, anything, ever.
Yeah.
Boom.
Exactly.
That would freak me out as a kid.
Like when we were 13 is actually when they first invented. That's the year, no joke, that they first invented MP3 players. The first MP3 player held 8 songs, maybe if they weren't long songs. That was it. If you'd have handed that to us, we'd have loved it.
If I changed the thing to something I know now that my 16-year-old self would be thrilled about, that's what it would be about. Spotify. I could listen to anything ever, all the time, ever. Yeah, Gracie.
Y'all remember LimeWire waiting 20 hours for a song to download, and then somebody picks up the phone and ruins it. Yeah.
Gracie checks in with my dogs. We never had dogs when I was younger. That's too bad.
And by the way, Justin, all of us are old enough to. We started with Napster, as a matter of fact. We started with the OG Napster, and then we went down the road with the LimeWire and the BearShare.
Yep.
SoulSeek is still something you can use nowadays. It's wild.
Blow your 13-year-old mind with a vibrator and some of #Justin's Lube
and Justin's Lube, and then there you go. So I'm gonna go down the line
to try to quiet this dog down. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, you're fine. We'll keep talking. No worries.
You're good. I'm going to go ahead on down the line. Rissy, she says Napster. That's the thing. Yeah, but you don't own that now. So sorry. Going down the line here. What's something you own now that your 13-year-old self would be thrilled about? Krishna, she says, a kick-ass Jeep, a Ranchito, and a sense of purpose. Hell, I'm thrilled now. Good for you, girl. Hillary, she says, a big colored TV with cable. It's streaming, but you get it. It's true. Patrick, what up, big bro? He says, a handheld gaming device that has all my favorite games. That's what's up. There are these new emulations gotten so crazy. You can buy these like devices now that look like Nintendo Switches but play all the old school shit. It's great.
Yeah, all these streaming answers that you all are giving are amazing. That really would have blown your mind at 13 for sure.
Great. And now we take it for granted. We're sitting there like, we can't find anything. Let's just watch Seinfeld again.
Yeah, I just did it earlier on my own.
You literally watched an episode of Seinfeld. I'm sure you did.
I did.
The Candace says, never-ending girly girl stuff. Makeup, hair clips, never-ending supply of lip gloss. That's pretty dope. Lee, she says boobs.
Boobs?
Boobs is something she's got now that her 13-year-old self would have been so thrilled about.
Me too. I have boobs now in my 13th.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jamie says 5 dogs. I've always been an animal lover, and now as an adult with no one to tell me no, I'm living my best life with endless puppy snuggles. It's wonderful. I love it. Oh, what up? Rich says probably inappropriate for me to post publicly with a little angel emoji. So, hey, well, you know. Paul says a Fabergé egg, maybe. All right.
Quite specific.
Blaine says midnight Twilight Saga showings at my home. There you go.
Okay.
You can just do that. I mean, yeah. Probably it just shows you that we've got a crowd. We got younger and older crowd. We're good. All right, Buffy, you actually responded to my post earlier. So if you're still in the chat, what's up? She said a hermit crab. I guess she couldn't get one when she was 13. That's too bad, but they're awesome. Hermit crabs rule. You can make things and they turn them into their little homes. Sarah says my truck. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Sophie says a phone, a car with remote start and keyless entry. Pretty much everything, LOL. Finally, this one's from Jake Christian, another friend of the pod. We got to get you back on the show, dude. You're making some great music. We can't wait to hear more of it. He says, again, something that he owns now that his 13-year-old self will be thrilled about. It's a full music studio. At 13, he started out with a USB microphone that he got at Goodwill for $5 and a pop filter that he made from pantyhose and a coat hanger. So now he's got an entire studio all up in the crib, making stuff happen. It's amazing. That's awesome, y'all. That's really good stuff. Hey, your 13-year-old selves will be proud of where you are now, and they should be no matter what you got. That's what's up.
JD, I'm going to change it up real quick and fire this button. Let's do it.
Oh!
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. My money long, my wits grown.
Do you like how I moonwalked out of the room?
It's pretty sweet, dude.
That was hot. I liked it.
I moonwalked out of the room so you could just play the podcast backwards and it would look like I walked into it. I'm getting drunk. Welcome to Shots Fired. It's part of the show where we take shots of stuff when we take shots against stuff because it's cool to bitch about shit.
We love it.
I took too many shots last night. That is a science fact. My body hates me tonight, but you can't tell because I'm wearing sunglasses.
Well, I guess I'll do one for you, bud. So anyway, this is the time where we get some stuff off our chest here. Everybody, you guys can go first if you'd like. What you got? Anything that you want to kind of get?
I'm ready.
Kind of pissed
I'm
off
ready.
about? You want to let people know what's up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Brian.
By the way, I do want to shout out the Old North Arcade Bar in Huntington. It's a great spot. It's definitely an open to all great spot. I was just there last night, and this is why I feel like shit today, because they had a really fun trivia night. It was my first time going to trivia there, and they had a really great deal on well whiskey and tall PBRs. That's never a good idea to mix.
Hey.
I'm fucking dying today. That would have blown the mind of my 13-year-old self. The choice that I made.
You're special right there, dude.
You're still drinking PBR.
Yeah, right. Here we are. I thought we had a career. Why did we do this to ourselves?
Can't dog it. Can't dog it though. It's good shit. But
anyway,
you know what? I'm still on this stuff, Bet. So
it's mostly water, so you hydrate while you drink it. So little cheers for you. Here's an interesting shots fired this round. I'm kind of curious what you guys think of this as well, because I think that we've gone too far with this. I don't think that we should be mad at people that do this, and it's annoying to see people jumping on people about this type of thing. And what I'm talking about is I logged on to X, officially, old Twitter, but I logged on to X, and there's a post of a girl on my timeline. She was so excited because she's buying her first home, and she had written a post that said I'm really excited. Tomorrow we officially sign our paperwork, blah blah blah, a little paragraph about how excited she was. I thought that was normal. I liked it. I was excited for her. I know what that feels like to be excited to buy your first house. It's a normal feeling.